Oh, hello world. What's happening, man? I am still Cam, and this is the Real Resilience Talk podcast. That's the melodies you hear it. Monchichi Rex, okay? Palo Chino, new album dropped. I'm just saying. I don't get no money off of this. I'm just trying to plug my man. Not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to plug his stuff, advertise. All right, disclaimer, this is no endorsement of or affiliation with any official organization. These are just people using their freedom of speech. And if you don't like it, guess what? Download a different podcast, okay? All right, you ain't got to make a comment. You can just scroll past, bro. You know, like when you get the email in your inbox and you got to feel the need to reply all to everybody, tell everybody you ain't on that distribution list no more. You can just press delete. Okay, anyway, I'm losing it always. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about resilience, brilliance, and how do we do it. I got an amazing guest, man. Traveled from down yonder to be here today. I'm gonna turn off this music. Hey, hey, hey. Remember, we're not doctors, we're not lawyers, we're just people trying to help people by being real. All right, my man Ryan, what's happening, brother? How you doing, fam?
Beautiful day, brother. Beautiful day. Appreciate you having me on here, man.
Yes, man. Thank you for being here, though. We've been trying to set this up for a hot minute, right?
Oh wow.
Wow
now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool. And as everybody knows, this is like really unscripted. I just asked a few formal questions and then we just riff. So I appreciate you being here, making time, man. This man's on the road. He stopped through, just did another thing. He's doing another talk, did another talk. He might have used all his words for the week. So we're going to see what we got left in him right here.
I was just talking about that. I was like, man, I talked enough for the week. I was like, I'm done. I need to get on the road and be quiet with myself.
I love it, man. So just off the bat, man, Ryan, let me know to you in your own words, what is resilience to you? And if you could just let us know a little bit of your background.
When I hear resilience, man, I thought about this for a while, especially with fitness. Like resilience has been the new word, the new flavor. But the first thing that comes to mind is always perseverance. There is so much that one individual is so capable of doing and achieving, just through perseverance, believing in themselves, not giving up. It's wild to believe, the things that we tell ourselves, the story that we tell ourselves, and the encouragement that we give ourselves, and what we can persevere and achieve. So when I think of resiliency, I'm thinking of persevering, not giving up on yourself, never quitting on yourself.
Never quitting, never quit, never quit or give up. Never quit, right? I love asking that question because we get it thrown at us, and there's a Merriam-Webster's dictionary version of it. There's even the Marine Corps has their own definition of it, but it means something different to everybody. Like and even like saying perseverance. Like I've even heard that argument. We need to replace the word resilience with perseverance. Yeah. I say tomato, man. It's all about what you said though. Don't quit and keep moving forward. So
believe in yourself every single day.
Why not? Why not?
That's all it is. That's all it is. We all have bad days, man. They're gonna come, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
But not thinking, man, this is it. That's all life has for me is just this bad day.
Yes.
So understanding that they're gonna come, they're gonna go. They're gonna help grow you. Digging into yourself and into those around you to get you through those dark times, hard times, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So
no, I love that, man. It really is like a not if but when, and that's the human experience.
Absolutely.
If not now is when, and then you don't know if it's gonna be like a critical stressor. You don't know if it's just gonna be like some regular stress because it's just a part of life. But we need, like, I also think like we need it. We need a certain level of stress, like stress-free 100%. Life. We would turn into Jello. It'd be like on Wally, right?
There's no growth. You stay stagnant. That's, again, you can relate that to anything. You start getting comfortable. There's no growth in what you're doing. You have to have some kind of healthy environment, that you're stressing yourself out in.
Yeah.
To promote growth, to promote the mind to grow, to challenge the mind. But if I continuously do the same things every single day, compared to lifting, my muscles will never grow. I have to challenge my muscles. There has to be a progressive overload in what I'm doing to mentally, physically grow in everything that we do.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that we can't see it in the midst of it, but sometimes when you're going through that pain, you don't want to appreciate it. But like, I'm happy this happened to me. But like most of the stuff you look back on in life, whether good or bad, and to me, the only permanent is death, your own death. Everything else, I feel like is temporary. It's money comes, money goes, people come, people go. I mean, people remarry, people have more kids, like you get a new job, a new career. Like the only permanent in our little story, like Don Miguel Ruiz talks about, in our little dream of life is our own death. And it's just like, why? I guess what I'm trying to say is that sometimes we don't appreciate the struggle while we're going through it, but it's what makes us later on.
Absolutely. And like you said, you talked about divorce relationships. Like very few have that high school sweetheart.
Yeah, very few.
Very few do.
Yeah.
For those that do, hey, amazing and more props to them.
Yeah.
You know, they had to go through a lot in
Yep.
communication and fights, whatever the case may be, to continue that marriage on. But those that go through divorce learn from that divorce.
Mm-hmm.
They become a better father. They become a better spouse. They become better communicators.
True.
Because they understand no matter how bad that was and everything that was going on, if they look back on it, that prepared them for the next relationship.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
So little steps like that, and again, it's all things through life. It's everything. Everyone's going through it, but it builds us and grows us into who we are.
Yes.
Ryan at 17 is not the same Ryan at 39 years old.
He old, yo. He old. I'm older. But no, it's serious though. That's the progression, man. That's the growth. That's the growth. But I do think like, and we'll get into it, I'm sure. But we both are tied into something mutual that's a good tool for everybody out there. You can look it up, y'all. You can Google this. I don't care who you are. You can find something good in it. But it's Marine Corps Order 5351.1. That's the Combat Operational Stress Control Order, and specifically when we're talking about stress and stress recovery, is Oscar, Operational Stress Control and Readiness. I like to think of it as resilience altogether, right? Stress plus recovery equals growth. You can't do pull-ups every day, or you can't do, I don't know, some people do squats every day. That's different. I don't want to get into all that. There's going to be somebody in kinesiology, actually. All right, I don't want to get into all that. What I'm saying, though, you got to give yourself time to rest and recover. Like stress plus stress plus stress plus stress is not, even if you're on a workout plan, there's certain days that you're kind of cheesing it, and that's part of the design, so that way you can maintain and grow and get stronger. But I think that's the same, and the thing I always say on here is like the astronauts, when they come out of the capsule, when they land, they don't ever just jump off and be like, hey, y'all, what's up? Yeah. Like usually somebody helping them, because they ain't had no stress. They ain't had no gravity on their joints.
100%. But even to your point, you're talking about lifting, like there is active recovery. There's passive recovery. There's recovery built into that program. I might not be lifting as heavy that day. I might not be stressing my body out as much that day, but it's in a sense helping with me recover to lift heavier, to push past those comfort zones when I get to a very stressful level. And that's what we talk about in Oscar. And I was just talking about it today. We say resources and we say programs and we say Oscar, and we throw these names out there.
Is it Oscar the Grouch? What does this just mean?
But it is, in all actuality, it's stress.
Yes.
Military or not, everybody deals with stress. It's continuous and ongoing.
Everybody.
You can wake up, guess what? You spilled your coffee. Now you stressed out because you ain't got no coffee. And if you're a caffeinated person, you need that coffee.
I'm an addict. I just got to get addicted to the right stuff now. Mm-hmm.
But if we understand and have an idea on how to control that, take a second to pause, and instead of react to what's going on, understand the situation, then we'll be able to grow and learn from these experiences and whatnot. So we don't, these stressful moments, then when we challenge ourselves, we don't explode. It doesn't become a traumatic event or an overwhelming event that puts us or someone else in harm's way.
Yeah. Keep that in mind if anybody's listening and you're like, oh my God, happy talk. Look at y'all. Like, you'll grow from this. You can't see that in the midst of it, but I promise you, and I've said this, man, I've went back and forth. I just, for my own boundaries and my own mental health, I just stopped reading all comments on social media, good or bad. It's all the clacking the tongues. I love you. If you got something to say to me, you know how to hit me up directly, and then we'll talk more about it. But I can't do it no more, man, because like people will respond with stuff like their situation is so unique. And I do agree that we are as unique as our fingerprint, every human being with DNA, fingerprint. But so many don't realize that if you share it, how many other people can relate to it. They might not know the exact situation, but they might be able to give you a roadmap of how they might have endured something and got through it. And we miss out on that when we're negative and when we're like, you don't know me. Even Dakota Meyer, Medal of Honor recipient, Sergeant Dakota Meyer. I watched him talk at the Naval Academy last summer, and he was talking about he was going to a doctor after, he had got out, because only us inmates and zoo animals get out. I gotta kill that joke, but you know what I'm saying. We get out, right? And he was saying that he was talking to a doctor, a therapist, mental health type doctor. And, he was like, you don't know how it feels to have your friends die. You don't know how it feels to do this. You don't know. And like all of the things. Right. And then the doctor was like, dude, you're right. I don't. But like, I do know what an asshole is. And you're being that, bro. And I was like, damn, if the Medal of Honor recipient that went into harm's way, not once, not twice, like back and forth. Right. Him and another Marine going back and forth to save lives. Like, if he can say that, like, we can say that. And we can recognize, and not to compare, but to appreciate that, like, you don't have to be an asshole about this. And everyone you meet's fighting a battle you know nothing about. So we could just be kind to each other and, like you said, share it. And I think it makes it better. I don't know.
The more that we can share it, man, again, it just goes back to the human factor.
Yes.
We all are humans. And if I can be vulnerable
Yes.
for a second, and if I can share a story, then story can resonate with somebody.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing about this, and what I try to tell people, is that we get so caught up in data and numbers.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You don't need to do this for recognition.
True.
You may never know the story that I share, and whoever listens to this, I may never know the impact that it has on them.
Amen. Yeah.
That doesn't stop me from sharing.
Amen.
Because me sharing is a healing process in a sense for myself.
Yes.
It is filling my cup. And the more that I can fill my cup will continuously overflow to fill your cup.
Yes.
To fill someone else's
Yes.
cup.
Yes.
And to another point that you're talking about is comparison.
Yeah, man.
Man, comparison, you've heard the saying before, comparison is the thief of all joy. And then when you hear that and the way that you can look at that, I may lose somebody in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But a loss for me is not the same type of loss for you.
No.
So I can't say hey, I know how you're feeling. I don't know how you're feeling.
We don't.
And we can't always compare stressful situations, and we can't always try to fix the problem.
Oh, yes.
There's not always a fix to it.
It's not.
Sometimes it's just being that ear to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's by nature, especially, us that are in service, first responders, military, what have you, like we have a bias reaction, right? That's what we talk about. We want to get in there and help. We want to look at what today is, 9/11. Like them ladies and gentlemen all ran up. And it wasn't just firefighters and police. It was other employees. Like they had a bias for action and it was going. Sometimes there's not stairs to climb. There's not a thing to do. There's not an action that occurs. It's what you just said. And what was it again? So just so we could reiterate. Just listen.
Just listen. Just be an ear.
Yeah.
To listen to.
Yeah.
It's that can be so powerful by just taking a step back, seeing what somebody's got to say.
Yeah.
At that point, that individual feels heard and they feel seen. And sometimes that's all they need to be done.
That is so true. That is
be heard and be seen.
Yeah.
We get so caught up in our own daily lives, and it's so easy to use the excuse, "I'm busy."
Oh yeah.
I'm busy. I could do it a million times. I'm busy.
Yep.
But if I can take a second to just hear what you got to say, I may not even know you. And actually, I think it was Sergeant Major LaHue was just sharing this. Retired Sergeant Major LaHue. He's like, if I'm walking to a meeting, everyone knows the Marine is next to me. They know they see me in the hallway. I'm busy as crap. And I got things going on. They don't want to burden me with their problems. But if I could take that time to understand, stop. So, hey, Marine, are you doing okay?
Yeah.
At 5 seconds, dang, Sergeant Major cares for me. Do this at work.
Yes.
Oh, so-and-so cares for me. They understand. They see something's off, whatever case may be. It's just showing a little bit of care.
Genuinely makes
care.
a big difference. Yeah.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. And you will see right through it if people try to fake it. Like, oh, you good? Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Man, whatever, man. You don't care about me.
It's the truth, man. Yeah, you can't fake it. But, it is important that we take it. We take that time. We make that time to do exactly what you described. Or if at that moment, like, hey, we're going to talk in a little bit, okay? I'm going to find you. I got to do this right now, but I'm going to find you one-on-one. That's a monkey. I got a monkey in my house running around. I'm going to find you, and we're going to follow up on this. And that's that follow-through. Like whether you shoot a weapon, a basketball, a baseball, a football, whatever it is you throwing, shooting, follow through, and I'm going to come back to you. And I'm going to verify, like, are you really good? Because what we most people, oh, good to go. Living a dream. This is the most negative shit. Rah.
How you doing today? Living a dream.
Another day. That's the most negative shit in the world, man. Another day. Damn, dog. How bad is it, bro? Yeah, but I hear it all the time, and that's cool. That's just and that might be just how they are, right? They just say stuff like that. But if you know them and you're investing in them, you'll know if they're like straight. Hold up, that's not fine. You're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's not Cam. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I can't talk to you right at this moment. About 40 minutes, I'm coming to talk to you. Actually, I'm going to leave. Stay out here because I'm acting like I got to use the bathroom in a few minutes after this meeting. We're going to talk outside right quick because I ain't want to be in a meeting anyway. Real talk. I'm just playing. But it's sincere like that. You got to take that time, make that time. But for you, man, Everybody's done heard me 67 episodes worth of running my gums. I'm humbled by you being here, the man you are, the leader you are, and the impact that you make. And you're so right in saying that we can't always see the positives. And it's not about numbers. It's just about, man, what's the effect we're having? What's the impact? And you are a rich man in the sense that, like Jim Carrey said, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. I hear your name from young warriors, old warriors all the time. Like, yep, Ryan, help me out with this. Ryan, help me. And you don't even know it. But that's that real capital. That's that real currency in life. And this man is rich in that sense. With that being said, and you talked about Ryan at 17, Ryan at 39 now, what has helped keep you resilient, bro? And your background too, like however you want to, how much you want to expand.
Yeah, so man, graduated high school at 17. Was on the Yellow Footprints a month later. In boot camp at 17. Turned 18 in boot camp. Luckily, drill sergeants ain't find out.
Yeah.
Had to keep that.
East Coast, West Coast?
East Coast.
East Coast?
East Coast. Come on now. Come on. But I was, again, just sharing this and just talking about this. Like, man, I was like the embodiment of what a Marine is. What is the epitome of a Marine? And I felt like I had to maintain and hold this image day in and day out. But as I got older and the things that I was doing, I look back now and all I was doing was running from the things that were stressing me out, were breaking me down. But I was like, man, if I just keep working out harder, if I keep running faster, I was like, nobody will know. So that was how I felt that I could be resilient and persevere, and I'll just be the strongest, best Marine there is.
You're doing pretty good at that, by the way. So yeah.
Oh, don't let this image fool you. This body is broken.
Yeah,
in all
that's
different
cool.
ways.
We got Flexerol. We got we got what, Tiger Balm,
BioFreeze. We got all that
by
stuff.
the gallons, bro.
Change your socks, ibuprofen.
Yeah.
But it came to a point where it's like the physical part of it wasn't enough.
So it's not just about the physical.
Absolutely not.
You heard that? That's a warrior right there. Right there, warrior saying it's not just about physical, y'all. I just want to hit that because so many people, it's a good outlet. It's money, like move, motion, all that stuff. Motion causes emotion, but it's not just physical. So please, however much you want to expand on, I just had to hit that. That's a big point. I'm stomping I can't do that right now. I can't, but I'm stomping my foot.
But no, I mean, and that's what I use as my outlet.
Yeah.
Man, if I'm stressed out, I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah.
If I'm stressed out, I'm going to go run. I'm going to go lift some weights. And that's what I did. I poured myself into it. Until there was a point where I couldn't do that no more.
Yeah.
Where my mind, my mental health was so bad at a point where my body has been through enough. My mind was been through enough. And it was one day, again, walked through the hall and someone took the time. Chaplain took the time. Morning. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Hey, Stats on, come here.
Yeah.
And this was 16 years in the Marine Corps, I was running from it. 16 years in the Marine Corps, I just kept hiding and covering up all these issues that I thought would just go away.
Yeah.
That I thought I could outlift them.
Yeah. Man.
And so that one day, his chaplain pulls me aside. And he's like, hey, come to my office.
Yeah. Wow.
And I didn't even know this chaplain. This chaplain never knew me.
Yeah.
But I go into his office, and he didn't even have to say anything. I just broke down right there. Completely broke down. No words were ever exchanged. And I felt like I had nothing else to give at that point in my life. Couldn't push. I couldn't persevere anymore. That belief was dwindling. But this chaplain had belief in me. So after that day, still remember this day, and this day will forever live with me. I drive out the gate, and I pulled over on the side of the road, and I called my mom. And again, I just broke down. I said, I don't know what to do. I'm a staff sergeant in the Marine Corps. I'm supposed to keep this image, hold this image. I'm supposed to be the one strong for everyone. Everyone looks to. I'm the leader. I'm the mentor. I couldn't do it anymore. And my mom is a strong, very faithful woman. She told me just to follow God. And growing up, man, Sunday schools, church, like it was pushed on us. It was heavily pushed. So like once I came out and got out of the house, church was, and I was like, yeah, I believe in faith. I believe in the Lord, but I was like, nah, it's okay. I don't need to go to church every day. And even though I said I was a faithful man, I wasn't practicing and following my faith.
Mm.
And I would tell people, oh yeah, faith, family, fitness, like these are my values.
Yeah.
But I wasn't living them and I wasn't practicing them.
Mm.
So then again, the chaplain that I talked to referred me to this church. And I go to this church and I sit outside and I see people going in. I was like, what's it gonna do for me? This isn't for me. Like I don't see anything in this. I was like, let me give it a chance.
Mm. It's paramount.
I've been doing me for so long, and I'm at a point where I can't go on. Let me give this a chance. The chaplain gave a chance. My mom told me to follow God. So I walked out, closed my car door, and I started walking up to the church. And I swear to you, it was the biggest dude that you can think of is standing on this one-way sidewalk to get into the church. You ain't going around him. You're not stepping on the grass. You got to go through him. So I was like, well, let me just try to sneak on by. And I was, good morning, put my hand out there. This big old gorilla man.
Gorilla man.
Snaps me up and just gives me the biggest bear hug.
Wow. Dog.
And he says, welcome, brother.
Wow.
And again, I poured down and I broke down.
Yeah.
And I knew at that, like, I cannot do this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I need help. So I started going to church, started pouring into my faith, started pouring into myself and my mental health, started going to medical, started getting these things diagnosed and understanding the brain, the body, and how things were working and why I was acting a certain way or why I was getting anxious for certain things and why they kept happening. So once I understood, gave a face to these things that were stressing me out.
Yeah.
And I had the knowledge and understanding, like, okay, now I know how to work through this. Mm. But if we continuously run from it, we never know how to fix it, to cope with it or anything like that. Mm. So now maybe I did it wrong for so long that I've learned from that. And I'm in a position now where I can say it's okay to not be okay.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
It's okay to say, hey, Cam, brother, I need help, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know where to turn to.
Yeah.
And this is the greatest thing my psychologist told me. And I guarantee you everyone has felt the same way. I don't want to bother you with my burden.
Yeah, that's true.
But, and this is what he told me, it is not on me to decide on what you can handle. You might be having a hard day, and I'm like, man, I don't want to burden with that. But I cannot be the one deciding on what you can hold and what you can handle.
That's real. That's truth. That's yes.
And too many of us have this burden. Our spouses come home or kids come home and they're stressed out and they're like, oh, I don't want to put my problems onto them.
Yeah.
But that is not for you to decide.
Right.
It is for me to say, Cam, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the skills necessary, hey, I don't know what I can do for you, brother, but guess what? I can get you to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the power of being vulnerable becomes courageous, becomes growth.
Yes.
Becomes living.
Yeah.
And being able to be where you are today. Being able to be with your family in a clear headspace, knowing that I am working to get better.
I like that you said ing at the end of work because it's working. And it's a constant thing. And like, life is still going to have stress. It's still going to be complex, but like moving forward. And as you said, like, it's okay not to be okay. But Jose says this, it's not okay to stay that way. 100%. And I also want to add to it, it's not okay for you to be a butthead to everybody else because you don't like somebody, like you can't do that. Like, and that's not to tap into the burden thing, but you don't need to take it out on others because if you don't deal with your mess, it deals with you. So this dude, anybody listening, because most people listen to the audio version of this dude bigger than Vin Diesel in his prime, you know what I mean? And intimidating. And he's over here talking about vulnerability and I'm not okay and I need help. And like, I'm not saying to compare, but I am saying to appreciate if a warrior of this status, of this stature can say, I'm not okay. And you know what I love too, man? You talked about like spiritual fitness and the spiritual side and what you worship and what you believe in. there's some people that only go that route and then say like the mental health side of it and like the going to a doctor is wrong. Or there's people that go to the doctor and the science side of it and they say, no, I don't mess with faith, I'm just on this side. But you're like a perfect blend of balance with that, to where you're saying, and that's very important. That's very important. Like I hear your accent, like I know in the South, that's very important. Like I grew up like, you better go pray. And as I got older, it was like, you better go drink. And like, we don't got health insurance. Who's going to go talk about being sad? That's some rich people's problems, right? But like you go pray it away. But it's like, there's a dichotomy there, but it doesn't have to be. It could be both.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, we talk about this in Oscar all the time. We talk about the 4 domains of physical, mental, social, and spiritual. And we'll do these metaphors, and we'll have 4 people holding up a chair.
Yeah.
Everyone's holding one leg.
Yep.
And everyone represents a domain, right? You take one of those away. If you're not focusing on one of those domains, now 3 others are being stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're only focusing on 2, now 2 others are being stressed out. And eventually that stress is going to become so overwhelming that no matter how much you pour yourself in just mental or spiritual, they will crumble and they will fall.
Yeah.
You have to have, I'm not saying everyone's got to be religious and everyone's got to go to church and pray.
Right.
But you have a belief in yourself, a belief in something.
Yeah.
And again, in all different areas. And absolutely though, man, it's got to be, it can't just be pouring yourself into one thing. Like I did. I poured myself into physical fitness.
It's a physical, yeah.
And you can only do that for so long.
Yeah. I definitely did it too, like with work and accolades and not addressing my own problems. But I'm like, bro, I'm about to be a meritorious, whatever, fill in the blank, and I'm successful. Y'all got TRICARE. I'm good.
Yep.
Right? Like that was, I just thought, okay, I'm a provider, so I work hard now. I'm going to play hard. But it's multifaceted, and I'm just glad that you shared that, because to me, spiritual, and I tell this to people I talk to when I do Oscar or I speak to people, like for me, the Constitution is spiritual. That's not to have a fake deity or anything like that. That's just to say that it's inner strength from higher purpose. Right. If we don't show up to be warriors and to support and defend, this experiment called America will just perish, right? And being a father, being a coach in my community is a spiritual thing for me, because I'm connecting to others, but it also taps into social. And then, General Glenn once said that like they're like the Olympic rings. They all like Venn diagram. As you start going down the physical, it starts bleeding into, you go to the gym. Dude, it's social, right? You always got that one person you talk to at the gym, right?
Don't
talk too long, and
you
be like,
don't even know their name, though.
All right, man. All right. I was trying to get the set in, but they want to be like, yo, man, stock market, right? And you're like, yeah, cool. But it's social, right? And when you be stretching and like all of it, like something like yoga. I say that as something like yoga. I was never gonna do no yoga till I got real broke, body wise, like hip, back, leg, this, that, so I'd be yoga with Adrian now. But for some people, yoga is just spiritual. For some people, yoga is just, hey, we're going to get with our people tonight. We're going to go to yoga class. That's social right there. Obviously, it's physical. And when I got a hold of Warrior 3, that is for damn sure mental, right? So like it can blur into other things and other things, whatever the thing may be, it can kind of blur. But you can't, like you said, just rely on one, because you burn out, bro. Like you burn out, and that's real. And then you lack empathy for others. Dr. Cross, she told me this where I was working at before. She's an amazing human, but she said that, a sign of burnout is when you start lacking empathy for others. Because when somebody comes to you with a problem, even your kids, your spouse, whomever, you want to tell me about a problem. For real? Yo, you got a problem today? Right?
That ain't no problem. Man, you fine. Suck it up.
You're burnt out, though. You're not even having empathy to try to understand or whatever. You're just like, get out my face. That's not a real problem. Okay, now that person is going to be like the rest of their life. Okay, I don't have a real problem. Now we're like generational trauma, et cetera, et cetera. It just keeps passed down of not to acknowledge or to take the time to go, I'm not good. But if somebody told you growing up, you had a problem, shut up. There's a time and a place, right? Is it not a time and place to suck it up?
There always is.
Yes, please understand that too, ladies and gentlemen. We can't be in the middle of a firefight or in the middle of like a stressful situation and go, everybody, I'm not doing good. And I'm like, me neither, but we'll talk about this after. Right? There's a time and a place. We need that. Some people take it too far with some of this stuff.
Prime example of that, 2021, with the 24th MEU on the USS Iwo Jima, August, bomb of the Abbey Gate. Sergeant Nicole G was one of our Marines. Gunnery Sergeant McCain is out there. He's with the Marines on the ground, and he pulls them in. He's like, Marines, I understand what just happened. I understand you are feeling some type of way right now. Mm-hmm. I get that. But the truth is the enemy is still there and they're still coming for us.
Yeah.
I need you in the fight. We will grieve and we will talk. And
Most definitely.
as a family, as a team, as whatever, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But at this moment, I need you to be engaged in the fight.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, absolutely. Memorials, everything.
Right.
And gave our respects to Sergeant Nicole G.
Yeah.
But that, and again, that's combat related.
Right.
Same thing in the garrison lifestyle, same thing in civilian lifestyle. There is a time and a place where sometimes hey, I hear you, I see you, but we gotta push. We gotta push. We gotta get this done.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back though.
For sure. And that's the thing. Some people don't. They're like, we'll come back, and then they never do. But you gotta come through like the chaplain did and come back to you, or that sergeant major in that meeting and say, I'm gonna come back to you. Hold on one second. Right. That's where we missed the mark. And we say we're gonna talk about it. The follow through. The inspecting what you expecting, the going back and double checking. We got to trust but verify type thing, right? Russian proverb. Like, we have to do those things to ensure that our people are getting the help they need. But all that being said, we can't be in the middle of, like, let's just say a sports game and you just break down on the court crying because of the pressure. Like, we got to keep going in that moment. And then later on we can cry. I'll hold you. You can be on my shoulder. But right now we got to press.
And that goes back to what we were saying earlier. If we continuously put ourselves in healthy, stressful environments to grow our physical, mental capabilities, when those events occur, we're not breaking down. We build that resiliency to overcome these things, to overcome sports situations, to overcome work, whatever the case may be, to get through those things. But if we don't stress ourselves out in healthy ways, then we'll continuously have that issue.
I agree. You can take it too far with him. I love him though, but Goggins, callous your mind. That's like he even says in some of the runs he does. People are like, why do you run so much? Why do you run 200 miles or whatever? And he's like, I'm running to prepare myself for that call I get saying my mother passed away. That's deep. Epictetus, y'all, look him up. His name translates to the acquired one, but he said that what ought one to say is each hardship comes. I was practicing for this. I was training for that. I was practicing for this. I was training for this. So it's exactly what Ryan's talking about right now. The same mantra of what Goggins is talking about. To grow, we must suffer. Like, again, but with healthy recovery time. So that way we'll be strong and be prepared. And that's why we train the way we train. So that way, in those emotional states, in that traumatic situation, you never know how somebody's going to respond, but the training and the muscle memory comes into action. And then it's not about the mission or the thing or the cause. No, it's about each other. And I gotta go. Tap, rack, bang. Let's go. Like, let's go. Let's keep it moving. So it has its place to be able to. What do they say? The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. That's not always true because bad things happen, right? But this isn't just a military thing. Some people hear this on the show and they go, "Oh, he's just a military guy." No, this is applicable to all facets of resilience in all of our lives. Like, look at what's going on in our nation with mass shootings and things of that nature. I'm not getting political on. I'm just saying, somebody in those situations have to respond to trauma in that moment, right? They have to stop the bleeding. They have to take action. They have to get out of harm's way. So you just never know when these like traumatic experiences come your way, car accidents, et cetera, man. So, don't just typecast and go, oh, these some Marines, these some military folk. No. This is good knowledge for all.
This is an everyday thing.
Yes.
Stress does not discriminate.
No, it doesn't.
It is not sexist.
No.
It's not geographically located.
No, it's not
just in combat. Stress is everywhere.
It is.
It's going to continuously happen.
Yeah.
But if we identify it and understand it instead of run from it, and that's how we continuously grow as human beings.
Yeah. And it's a constant, but like I started on this rant, you said working, a constant work in progress, all of us. Anybody out there acting like they made it or they know everything, pray for them, help them out, talk to them, because they are about to get humbled by life, because life has a way of humbling you, like Anthony Hamilton's saying, but it will. And it does. And to all the Uncle Ricos out there with their fishing stories and their stories of throwing the ball over the mountain, you got to earn it today, whatever that thing may be. We're a constant work in progress. Me too. I'm still trying to fit foe every single day, and I fall short many a days, but we got to be willing to continue to be working. ING, action verb, like you said. Yeah. Steve, thank you.
And another thing that you just brought up too, we're all figuring this shit out.
Everybody, every day.
I don't care David Goggins. I don't care Simon Sinek. Oprah. Like, you can put any name out there.
Jocko,
Good. Robbins. Like, everybody, and I've shared this plenty of times. Everybody is living today for the first time.
Oh, that's a good line.
Nobody has lived today before. Everybody is living today for the first time. Everybody is figuring their shit out. You have these, the Mel Robbins and Simon Sinek's, great individuals and people, they didn't just wake up and start writing these books. They went through events and they're sharing these events.
Most definitely, yeah.
But we are all figuring life out.
Yes, yes.
I have never been a parent before. I am figuring out how to be a parent when my first kid comes.
Mm-hmm.
Even when my second kid comes, like I am still figuring shit out.
It's true. Oh yeah, and they all different too. They have the same mom and daddy, same DNA, same everything. And what is wrong with you? Why are you different? This one is different than the other one.
This one ain't mine. This one's yours.
I don't know. That's your side. Yeah, I'm serious. It's true, man. It's so true, and it's all unique. And then also, same time, you are now say whatever age, fill in the blank. You know, like I know I don't want to go down that road of being the parent who's like, yes, and parenting, you know, that goes so fast. But really, who you are with your first kid is not who you are with your second or your third kid, and nor are they the same at all. Like 3 different humans, and that's where you got to know them and what can be most effective. I think with all of these things of helping people out, there's a lot of good intentions. There's a lot of effort. Never question anyone's intentions or effort, but how effective are we? Yeah. And that's what it, to me, is all about is can we be effective at helping people grow?
And sometimes we won't.
That's
sometimes
true.
We will get it wrong. Understanding that is okay. You're, in a sense, if that's what you want to call it, is okay. Because again, I don't say we will, because some of us make the same mistakes over and over again.
Yeah, that's called definition. When you keep looking in the fridge and ain't no food in there, y'all. Yeah.
But if we don't push ourselves and fail, then, you know, how do we know what our limits are? How do we know how to test ourselves and what we can achieve?
Yeah, no, it's necessary. You got to be uncomfortable. And I'm a hypocrite at that. You know, there's certain analytical things I just don't, man. They put me on some like contract stuff one day. I can't do it. Like I was not growing. I was stressed out. I was out of my total. Like you put some math in front of me, right? Like no, that's why God made ChatGPT and calculators. Like I know how to not overdraw my account. That's enough math I need right there. But there is beauty in the struggle. There's growth in the process of whatever it is to get out of your comfort zones. And I think we need to have a consistent, that's a big thing, consistent outlet for that, whether it just be the gym or whether it be, you know, whatever it is, man, challenging yourself. You can go do arts, go to open mics, go to church and say, I want to help out with the youth this or the that this, or go see if you can coach a soccer team. I never do coach. I ain't never play soccer. Then YouTube it. You'll figure it out and just tell the kids run that way. Like, but it could be fulfilling, right? And it could be something to get you out of your comfort zone and something to be accountable to. So there's a myriad of things. And maybe you only go through things, and this is my belief, you only go through things so you can help other people through things, because humans never do anything on their own. Like any deity, any religious text, anything throughout history, that force, that power is working through a human. And humans never do anything on their own, right? So that's the only way I can make sense of babies dying and like today, 9/11s. That's the only way I can make sense of it, is that maybe there was something in that. The silver lining is now people are equipped to help someone else through it. Or, you know, like the Pope had said about when he was getting sick, he was like, now I know what people are struggling with that I serve. And I was like, that's perspective.
And I mean, you bring up a great point too. Like if we look at an incident, instead of saying, why did this happen? Say, what is this teaching me?
That's hard to do though.
It absolutely is.
Man, it's so hard.
It's so hard because in the moment, your emotions get the best of you. Your feelings, your blood pressure, whatever is going on. But if you can pause for a second and be like, what is the silver lining? What good can I get from this? What is it trying to teach me? And how can I use this to help others? Yeah,
no, I 100% agree. It's just, I mean, we talk about that, and anybody that's affiliated with Marines, Navy, like Oscar is a really good training, because in moments like that, when you are getting really stressed out, you learn grounding techniques, you learn box breathing. I'm talking about just pinching the hair on your leg sometimes to not fall asleep, like little things to put you back in the moment and not run and have an escalation of stress, right? Because things trigger us, but your triggers are your responsibility. Remember that. Your triggers are your responsibility. Okay. So
feelings are feelings. Feelings are not facts.
There you go. So remember that.
Feelings
so
are not facts.
Suffering is inevitable, but victimhood is a choice.
Absolutely.
I'll cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. That I've seen it so many times, and you can play the victim card all you want, but until you take ownership of what is actually happening, there will never be a change. Yeah. If you continuously play that.
It's hell. I think Jordan Peterson talks about it. He describes it as literal hell, right? And hell on earth. And that's not to diss you. If you're listening, you're going, okay, you don't even know what I've been through. You know what? You don't know what I've been through either, right? You have no idea how much violence it took me to be this peaceful in life. You know what I'm saying? You have no idea. But I'm not going to give you a sob story. I'm just going to say that you can learn something from somebody else, and maybe we go through things so we can share it with someone else later. And I quote Dr. Edith Eger, survived Auschwitz, right? She said straight up, like, this woman had her whole family wiped out. I'm not saying compare. It's the thief of joy and the thief of healing, but we could appreciate and respect. This woman said that suffering in life is inevitable, but victimhood is optional. Come on, man. And she's still alive right now. She just did a talk last week over at what's the air station by the San Diego? What's that joint? What is San Diego Air Station? Dang, I'm stupid. But anyway, right over there by MCRD San Diego, she did a talk with Marines and sailors. Edith Eger came in there. She's like in her 90s, man. True warrior, dog. Awesome. So you could be a victor, not a victim, right? Like, why not? Like, why not? Miramar, that's what it is. Miramar. Here we go. I was like, Miramar. I couldn't think of it. I'm like, penalty. Miramar. Google it. It'll say, did you mean? And then we'll be good. But sincerely, though, like, there's a line there that we cross, and you got to be willing to move through it and try to find the good. You probably won't see it then. And I didn't either in my woes. Like, I've been suicidal. I've been dark. I've been like, woe is me. I've been a nihilist. I've been nothing matters. I've been all of that. And I didn't see it then. So I really do have empathy for you if you're in that position right now. But I promise you, like, nothing really good comes from that. And it's hell on earth. It really is.
And understand the things that we say, and it might just roll off the tongue. It might come easy, and like, it's not going to be easy to work through that.
Yes. No.
That the woe is me, that might be an issue for you. You might play that victim card. We understand it, but take it one day at a time.
That's it.
And that's all we can do.
Brother, sometimes it's 1 hour at a time.
Child to child. I mean,
child to child, Sunday to Sunday, male to male.
Whatever it is.
It is.
But if you take this overwhelming idea and this goal and like, man, that's never going to be me. But if we can break that down,
yes.
Like, you know what? If I can just get to lunch.
Yeah.
If I can just get to tomorrow.
Yes.
And then tomorrow's you got another chance.
Yes. No, I couldn't agree more. It's hard in the moment, but Brad Bolnar, he's the like boss man, him and his wife Victoria, of that 1 Degree of Separation. And I talked with him. He was on my show before, and I always ask, what would you say to someone contemplating death by suicide, making that the ultimate decision? This was so genius. And then other people have said it as well since then. But wait. That's what he said. It wasn't like go reach out for help, call 988, go call 911. It wasn't like go tell some. It was wait. I was just like, man, 4 letters. And then I had a brother of mine, Mark, break it down. He was like, who am I tomorrow? What am I tomorrow? Right? Just wait. Like my man just said, man, if I can just get to lunch, like just keep holding on.
Have hope in yourself.
Yeah. And you can't see it now, man. You really can't. But like, I feel like, and I'm sure knowing your faith background, I feel like if we're not meant to be here, something will ensure. Whatever you want to call said thing, doesn't matter, will ensure that we're not here. I'm not a nihilist on that. I think that if we're not meant to be here, we won't be. So if we're here, we might as well try to make the best of it. And I'm telling you, if you want to find purpose, if you want to find meaning, go try to help somebody else that's around you. Not saying pour from an empty cup. You got to do your own self-healing, things like that, but see what's around you. Maybe that's why you was placed in that area that you are, to be able to be of help in that area. And you'd be surprised how fulfilling that can be when you go outside yourself and then you go external.
No, I love that, man. I came up here this week and I was sharing with some people like, man, I'm in the room with so many great names, so many great people.
It's heroes.
Legends, heroes. People that I can't even fathom what they went through. And I was sharing with a brother. And he's like, you know what? He's like, I want to push back a little bit.
Yes.
He's like, no one in that room's name is greater than Ryan Galante. He's like, you were put in that room for a reason. So to your point, you are alive today for a reason. And I truly believe that.
I do too.
On where you're at, no matter how the suffering that you're going through, how good life is, like you are where you at for a reason.
Yeah.
And what you do with that, you ultimately can control.
Yeah. But it's okay to ask for somebody else, like, hey, you got some guidance on this? Like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Right. I signed up to coach the soccer team so my kid could get a free membership to the team. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You could ask somebody. There's like forums. There's other people that, man, you'd be surprised. You talk about Simon Sinek, right? He was talking recently and he was saying about how he had a friend that went through something and she didn't tell him about it. And he was like mad at her. He was like, why did you take that opportunity away from me to be there for you? Like, you'd be surprised how many people are out there that really want to help you. Now, I also know there's people out there that don't want to help you, me, or anybody, right? But that doesn't mean you stop calling that one. Maybe you call me, you call Ryan. We don't answer the phone. You can call somebody else. It's so crazy, these phones. There's a mixtape right there. Like, you can call people on these things, right? But don't just, oh, well, Ryan didn't answer, nobody cares. That's whoa now. Or if your church hurt, like they say with faith, some people are church hurt. That's fair. I respect that. I am too in a lot of ways. But that doesn't mean we throw the baby out with the bathwater on all things spiritual, right? That's a rat just barking. I got a Shih Tzu that never grew up. Like, it goes from looking like an Ewok, and then we trim it, and it looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy. It's so ugly. Ugly dog. Face on. I should get a tax reduction for that ugly dog, man. But who are some people in your life? I mean, you talked about your mother. You talked about that chaplain. Obviously, great leaders in this week of being interacting with leaders. Who's been some people who have helped you stay resilient?
And my family, and again, growing up, family was huge. The family was everything. Like, we had family reunions every year.
That's cool, man.
So no matter what I felt like I was going through and I couldn't handle, like, my family knew that. They could see that and they could sense that. And it's taken me a long time. Again, even to talk to ones that love me, that's been in my life forever.
Mm-hmm.
And talking, we get so caught up in, just communicate better. Like, they don't need the details. They don't need to know what actually happened on this day. But if I can, like, babe, talking to my wife, talking to my mom, talking to my kids, and like, hey, I need a second right now. Things that are going on right now. And the more that we can share that, because we like, oh, I don't want to cry around nobody. I don't want nobody to see me weak. I don't want my kids to see me weak. But the more that I can share that, hey, I'm dealing with some things right now. Now my kids can see that it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So the modeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like, we want our kids to come to us. We want our Marines. We want our, service members to come to us.
Yeah, come to me.
But if we're not modeling that man, hey, they need help too.
Yes.
So it's taking time. It's taking reps, to be able to get comfortable to share and to talk about things. And at first it was like I would isolate myself and just go into another room.
Yeah.
And now it's like, my wife knows that I just need some time. She said, do you want to talk about it? And, there's some times I could talk about it. Right now, I just need some space. Or actually, I do. I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But my family has been there through thick and thin. And I haven't shared everything.
Right.
Through the deployments and some of the things that went through my head and my mind at the times, but I've been able to open up a little bit more. A little bit more.
Baby steps.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, this is first time I've ever been on a podcast.
For
First
real?
time I've ever gotten on a platform.
Look at that. I got this man on the phone. Snap. What's up? Look at that. That's crazy. I didn't know this was the first time you. I thought you was a pro. I thought you had your own podcast. You was doing so good.
Nah. But even this week,
yeah.
Sergeant Major Marine Corps is in the room.
Love you, Sergeant Major Marine Corps. That dude is the real deal. Genuine leader. To come up, Sergeant Major Carlos Ruiz. That dude added empathy as a leadership trait. What's up, JJ? Did Ty Buckle Lee? Empathy. All right, I'm sorry. I was doing a plug. I'm a fanboy. I see him. Hi.
But Sergeant Major Marine Corps is in the room. Sergeant Dakota Myers in the room. Retired Sergeant Major Kent's in the room.
Whoa.
Our Sergeant Major LaHue's in the room.
Wow.
And I go up there and I share a story, and then Sergeant Major Ruiz talks to the room, and he's like, I can't fathom what you just went through, because I saw you in the hallway pacing back and forth, reliving this story that you were going to tell us. And then you came in here and you told us. And then you just re-engaged and got back into it.
Yeah.
And I'm able to do that. I'm able to get on a podcast. I'm able to share my story.
Yeah.
Because I've taken those baby steps.
Yeah.
Because I've understand, like, this is what I need to do to heal.
Yeah.
And it's been a process.
Yes.
It is a continuous process every single day.
Yeah.
It is not he's found the fix.
As of September 10th, he's all better now.
I'm cured.
No, there's none of that. No.
I don't have PTSD, anxiety, depression, TBI no more. That's all gone.
Yeah.
That still lives with me every single day.
Right.
But we can't let these issues or these diagnoses define on who we are.
Yeah, we define them. Yes.
I don't let them define me.
Yeah.
How can I modify my life to still achieve things I need to achieve?
Yeah.
I might not be able to go out and run 3 miles anymore, but guess what? I can get on a row and row 5,000 meters.
Row your boat.
I might not be able to do whatever the case, but I can still find purpose.
Yeah.
To get that.
Yeah.
And it's something that I tell people all the time, veterans, Marines. What's the intent?
Yeah.
You can't do it this way, okay? But what's the intent? Is there another way we can?
Bro, that's maneuver warfare right there. Like that's be water, my friend. That's exploiting the gap, exploiting the vulnerability in a positive vulnerability, like in a combat way, right? You find the next gap and you go exploit that. That's maneuver warfare. What's the intent? Let's attack in a different direction. That's right. No, I love that, man. That's deep though. That you would be unselfish enough to share that with them, but then to still acknowledge, like, and another part of that, you said PTSD, like, bro, I asked rooms full of people, you guys, everybody, they'll be like, post-traumatic stress disorder. There's also post-traumatic stress growth. There's also post-traumatic growth. Like, there's just as much literature and verbiage out there. Like, we literally grow through some things at the same time. It's not just negative, like a disorder.
Right.
And I think we get too bent on that, and it needs to be acknowledged, and you need to work through it, and you need to be aware of it, your triggers and all kind of stuff. But to be a warrior like you, and then to share it again, because maybe when you said it last time it didn't resonate, but this time you say it and somebody goes, oh snap. Even if some of your Marine sitting there saying like, dang, for you to do that, like to share your experience, right? And that's why I say don't just lock it all in. And if you don't deal with your mess, it's going to deal with you. And you got to be consistent at dealing with it, because you can get complacent. What General Matt, Honorable Mr. Matt, say about that? Complacency kills. It does, and it'll come back and get you. And them demons from the past will haunt you.
And again, it's always every day's a new day in what I talk about and share about. But to be in that room with Medal Honor recipients, Naval Cross recipients, like Bronze Star recipients, like to me, like those are people like, man, I could not imagine. And again, this is where we get into that comparison. If I compare myself to them, then I would never share my story, because like, man, he's been through it worse. Truth. Yes. But I understand that their life, their stressors, their events, and what they've been through is different than mine.
Yeah. No,
and again, it's we deal with it in different ways, but it was to be able to hear Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps say that, and to hear that, like that was powerful.
That's amazing.
And we don't know what impact that we're doing. And I wanted to share. They asked me, hey, do you mind talking? They didn't say what. They didn't give me a prompt. They're like, hey, do you mind talking? I was like, yeah, I talk. So the story I shared was mine to share, mine alone. But the impact that it can have on just, if it had an impact on a Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, like who else is tuning in? I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
If he is suffering and is vulnerable enough to share, and before I shared my story, I had everybody in the room. I said, hey, we're talking about stress. We're talking about things that happen in our life. I was like, just by a show of hands, I was like, who's had or who knows of somebody that's dealt with stress in an overwhelming or traumatic way? The room raised their hands. And I said, did someone or something help you through that? And if they didn't, and you did it on your own, hey, good on you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but my last question was, I was like, that event, I was like, without that event, and this is for them to think of, and this is for you to think of as well too.
Yeah.
Without that event, without that divorce, that car accident, the combat deployment, would you be who you are today? Would you be the brother, the father, the sister, the spouse, the Marine, the billet that you hold? Would you be who you are today?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for you to answer. But the thought behind that is like, that helps us in developing who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, that's real. That's a good perspective. I think we all took stock and inventory on that. Nobody's like really like the things that we feel accomplished for. I hate the word proud, because pride comes before the fall. I think it gets overused and abused, but proud in a good sense of having self-confidence and respect for yourself and achievement. Not like I'm so awesome, right? But like it's never something you look back on that was easy.
No.
It's never something you're like, oh yeah, guess what, man? Wednesday, I crushed it. What'd you do? Just watch TV and stuff. Like nobody's like, there's no, you're not putting that on anything, and it's not to brag and flaunt, but it's like your own self-respect, your own dignity, right? And what you just said reminds me of Seneca's quote. He said that a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. And of course, back then they said man, so it applies to all. But that's how diamonds. That's how that's how they made, right?
Sure.
And we need that. But also, you do need that time to recover, and you got to self-assess, and you got to be aware of yourself. And that's where it's like, we got the leadership principle of know yourself, seek self-improvement. And I'm like, it gets to a point where you like, I'm in my 40s now. I'm like, know yourself, know how to deal with your crazy self, right? Like that's part of the improvement process.
It is.
Because it's like, oh, I should not put myself there. But that's nobody else's responsibility. That's my responsibility, right? And I can't say like, you don't know me, you ain't grow up like I did. You didn't. Like, we can't do that and walk around like that. Like, that just, it doesn't play well on the playground. Like nobody wants to play with you when you act like that. And if you are acting like that, then change it. Maya Angelou, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Or shut up, right? Do a different approach. Because if you keep going like this, man, it's hell on earth. It really is. And I get it. I've been there. I really have. And it was hell on earth, and I almost didn't live through it. So just keep that in mind out there. Anybody that's in that moment of friction. Of course, you don't know, by the way, but the perception may be we're on the other side of it. This is a comfortable, convenient moment for the both of us, and we're sharing these things. But you have no idea. That's why, like Robin Williams said, man, everybody you meet find a battle you know nothing about. So be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Always. For real.
Yeah, you never know what somebody's battling, the demons that they have inside them.
They don't. None of us are perfect, man. I wrote a poem recently. I was like, man, thinking about I lost people, and friends, and you no matter what the rational mind says, like people make their own decisions. Like you, what if it to death? Did I dismiss them in that one moment when I walked down the hall? I got to get to this, because life be lifing, and like we are
playing that guilt.
Yeah, man, and your rational mind's like, okay, I had nothing to do with that. That person made that decision, but your heart and your soul goes, what could I have done? What could I have done? What could I have done? And that's not a nice place to feel like. And none of us are perfect, right? But I do think that we can be better at helping each other, better at being there for each other, better at moving forward together. And I'm just telling anybody out there, I'm not a prohibitionist. I'm not a prohibitionist that led to NASCAR and gangster movies. Hey, America's gonna do what they want. You know us, right? But real talk, like if you are going through something, alcohol probably isn't what you need, and being near a gun probably ain't what you need, because we already impulsive. Like we're already irrational, as especially those in the military service, and we're so familiar and comfortable with weapons. Like it's one thing just to have that self-reflection and go, I don't need to be near this right now. And maybe I do need to go work out, or maybe I need to go do this, or I need to go talk to that person. But like, it's really not gonna make your bad day better. It's just gonna delay the onset of the grief, the pain, the etc. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just saying something that helped me. And I wouldn't be here right now if I'd had a gun near me at times in my life. So just sharing that.
Covering up the problem, never fixing it.
No.
You again, the alcohol, the drug, that quick fix.
Yeah.
And that's all it is a quick fix. I thought fitness for me was that fix.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it will eat away and cause another problem. And again, it's just compounding more and more issues onto you until one day it's too much for you to handle. It's human. Absolutely. It's
and you see how you heard that rhythm of both of us. Like it's like there's not words for times like those. There's not words for losing that. And I don't want to shame anybody, but man, you have no idea. Your pain may end, but the pain of everybody else is just going to begin, my friend. And you have no idea. And there's a contagion when it comes to that kind of stuff too. Like other people start feeling certain ways, and then you just don't want to be the spark that lights a flame of things like that. And I'm not trying to victim shame you. I'm not trying to victim blame you. I'm just trying to help you consider something you might not be thinking about. So please don't hear me wrong. I'm not here to judge you, cast stones. I've done it. I've been there, and I have kids. Like I have I have family. You know what I mean? I'm one of 10 siblings. Like I got people that do care about me. But I couldn't see that then. So I just share that with you because your pain ends, but everybody else's begins. So all I'm saying is, like my man said right here, just wait till, just keep moving forward to the next thing. Like keep it right here. What can I control? What can I focus on? CBT that thing. Like there's skills, there's stuff. I'm still learning all that stuff, man. And I tell you what, I'm a hypocrite. I'm like, Bruce Lee be turning his little grave out there in Seattle talking about knowing is not enough. We must apply. And I'm like, I be knowing a lot of stuff. Applying is a whole other thing, brother.
Knowledge means absolutely nothing if you don't apply it.
Nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of educated fools in our world.
Oh yeah,
they know a lot of stuff, but they dumb as hell. I'm one of them sometimes. You know what I mean? I got to own that. It is what it is.
Man, we were just talking about that in an Oscar.
Yeah.
We're trying to emphasize the importance of Oscar, what it is for the Marine Corps, and that how this can help save lives.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the call to action, I'm sitting in the room with sergeant majors, with all these, again, colonels and higher ups. I was like, we can pour money into every single program, every single resource, and think this is going to help suicide. This is going to help sexual assault. This is going to prevent this. I was like, none of these programs and none of this actually matters if we don't apply it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and care. And another thing too with Oscar, sometimes people go, oh, look at Care Bear over there, just giving out hugs. No, oh hell no, no. Be firm, be fair, be there, and care. But it's got to be genuinely. But nobody said don't hold the line and don't hold standards. Like, people want accountability. That gives them a sense of security. So don't get it twisted that you have to go baby and coddle everybody. That's not what nobody's saying. I'm not endorsing that. But be firm, be fair, be there. You gotta genuinely care. And you know how it feels if you're listening right now. I don't care what line of work you're in. A coach, a teacher, whomever is in control of your situation, when they don't genuinely care. So, like, how can you be better? And if you haven't so far, well, change, step, march, hit it. Lap, right, lap, like, change that up. If you know what I just did. I could have done the Diddy, but my Achilles a little tore up right now. But is any events, anything you want to plug, any resources that's helped you, anything out there that has been a tangible tool for you that you want to share? We talked a lot about Oscar. Y'all can look that up. I really do think civilians, don't care what your line of work is, you can take something from it. You can take it, make it your own. Why not, right? But it's there. It's free. It's Googleable. Google, you know what I'm saying? Master Guns Google. You hit him up, Recorder 5351.1, and then there's about to be a 1 alpha, which is going to be off the chain, y'all. A lot of good people, a lot of good humans worked on that. I think he's one of them. But anyway, long story short, it's going to be a good product, and it's moving forward, progression, right? But anything else tangibly that you want to share that, has helped you or has, guided you, or something you want to share with somebody else that they may not, because we don't know.
No, absolutely. Again, it's been a huge part of my life, and it will continue to be a part of my life when I get out the Marine Corps, when I exit.
Get out. I love it.
The University of Health and Performance. It's a program out in Arkansas, GI Bill funded, all these other things funded. And when you hear, University of Health and Performance, like, oh, I don't care anything about my health and performance or personal training and all these other things. But it's so much more than that. It is intentional, values-based training that you can take on and apply to your everyday life. So again, it's a veteran organization for veterans to come through. They have personal training certifications. They have integrated health certifications. Precision nutrition is just getting started. Patriot pathways for individual service members that are transitioning to kind of understand the civilian aspect of things and the corporate leadership, and how that civilian sector kind of works. But it is not just a program and a course like, hey, appreciate you coming. Here's a cert. Right. Hey, go forth and do great things. The great thing about this program is that they get tied into Veterans Future Foundation, which I've been hugely a part of and impacted by.
What's the name of it again?
Veterans Future Foundation.
VFF. Veterans Future Foundation.
And through Veterans Future Foundation, we host weekly and monthly coaching calls. So we're just on virtual calls like this, just talking to individuals, talking to veterans about what is going on in their life.
Because you ain't alone.
And like we've been doing all day today, like we continuously do, is just talking.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't even have to talk. You should get on there and listen.
That's true.
See what people are doing, how well they're doing, or some of the things that they're dealing with. But we're sharing these things. We're having these coaching calls. We bring on people, speakers to come out here and talk on their backgrounds, their experiences, and what they're doing. But we maintain that camaraderie and that family, support. Like, we need that. You are not alone.
We need that.
How do I get tied into? You stay connected in here, and we stay connected with you.
Yeah.
So we do group coaching calls. We do one-on-one coaching calls. We do blueprint coaching calls on value-based training. We do grief recovery calls.
That's real.
And when we say grief, we're like, oh man, I haven't lost no one. That's not for me. Okay, maybe you lost purpose.
Oh yeah, maybe you just transitioned out. You just got out.
You lost the identity of the uniform of what defines you.
Yeah.
How does this tie into your everyday life?
Yes.
So it's been an amazing resource. We've even partnered with the Dirt Therapy Project. Again, another amazing nonprofit organization, getting getting service members outdoors and on mountain bikes.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you don't even have to know anything about, but there's so many, and again, those are just a few that I know about and I've actually experienced and been involved in, and again, and have poured into. But what we don't, there's so many nonprofits out there that veterans can get tied into and get. Wounded Warrior Project, another one, great one. I've done some work with them as well too, but we can't play this victim role. Like, man, nobody can help me. Nothing's there are programs out there, but we can only help those that want to be helped.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I wish, with all these great intentions and all this effort, that we had this thing like the like Alpha Ball had and the Wicked. Like, we had this crystal ball, but we can't read minds, y'all. It'd be really cool if we could. Like, you got to speak up. Closed mouth don't get fed. Closed mind don't get fed neither. You got to open that up. And like you said earlier about the faith or whatever, give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Give it a chance. Why not just try it? And maybe you're like, this ain't for me. Ew, I'm not into this bicycling crap. I got a bad buttocks or whatever, right? You got your thing, right? But maybe you could put somebody else onto it, leader. Because everybody's a leader. Everybody can be. If you're influencing people or a situation, you're a leader. Don't mean you're a good one, by the way. I'm just saying, right? But you maybe learning of these things that he's sharing right now isn't for you, selfish. Maybe it's for others. And like the thing we talking about Oscar, I'll be honest with you, man, I tell people all the time, Oscar's helped me more in my personal life with family and friends than it has just with like wearing the uniform and being in those environments. Of course, it's helped my friend because brothers and sisters in the Corps, but it's helped me outside of work, like not, oh my God, rounds out range, we're taking indirect fire. Like, no, contact right. Like, it wasn't just those, you know what I mean? It was more like, are you all right? Stuff like that. So don't dismiss things. Like he said, give it a chance. We're so built up and we want that 7-Eleven convenience. I want now. I want Prime now. We want perfection right now. That's not true. Is it going to make anything worse? Nah? Okay, fuck it. I'll try it. Forget my language. Forget it. I'll try it. I'll edit that. I don't want any church folks getting at you. What'd you do on that man? Speaking of blasphemy. That big dude gonna come get me. He ain't gonna hug me. He gonna squeeze. Yeah, I don't want that.
Out to Otis, man. I love the man.
His name's Otis too? Oh man, that's one of the best singers ever. Y'all gotta look up Otis, history of Otis Redding. That's a sad story. You know that sitting on the dock of the bass song? Where he hums? At the end, okay, so at the end of the song, he was still coming up with lyrics, but he was in a plane crash. He wasn't even 30 years old, man, when he died. So anyway, shout out Otis, big Otis. There's a big dude at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone that's big like that, like you were describing, and he's called House. That's his name, dog. He's a noun, like House. That's what they call him. He a good dude too. He don't hug though. He check IDs and he'll throw you. Yeah, but he good dude. Yeah. See how ADHD can be fun, everybody? What are we talking about? This dude's talking about a comedy club and Otis Redding dying? That's rest in peace, Otis. You're Otis. Much love. Thank you for that hug, bro. Don't squeeze me. Too hard. All right. I'm like a jelly. I'm like jelly donut. I'll pop out. So VFF, obviously you talked about Wounded Warrior. I may have not taken good enough notes. You talked about the University of Health and Performance out of Arkansas. Intentional, value-based. And from what you described, I'm just re-saying it, not to repeat myself or anything, but just to make sure I got it. You're not just getting a one and done, hey, go save the world. You're actually in a consistent program with other people in a community to where you can hone, sharpen, keep growing. You build a network. You extend yourself to others. It's a steel sharpen steel scenario. Am I interpreting that right?
100%. Just like we've been sharing the whole day. It's an ongoing working.
Yes.
It is not it's not a fix, and it's not a you're done. Thanks for
everything's perfect now.
Yeah.
I went to church that one day. Don't work like that.
We're there to continue to work with you and work through.
Yeah, so, that's good. Do you want to like share any socials or anything like that? Or put them on the spot, everybody. What is your social security number? That's what I meant to say. No, I'll just play.
Last 4 DOD.
Yeah. Right. But like, what's your mother's maiden name? People do that now. Like, hey, man, hey. That's how we used to check in the units like that back in the day. You put your social on every roster. Yeah. And what? Who this gas card from BP? I don't even know no BP. British Petroleum. I got an Exxon. I got a Tiger Mark car. Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you want to, man, just send it my way. I'll put it on the show notes. But man, thank you for being here today. I know you got to get on the road and you got a big road trip ahead of you. We can keep going. You know me. I put the high definition ADHD.
It's been a blessing, brother. It has been a blessing.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do. It makes an impact, man. I got Gee. I know I probably gave you one before, but I'm giving another one. Signed copy. Y'all can buy it on Amazon. Okay, we talking about it's a book about the things. And yes, it's small on purpose. Nobody reads big books no more. All the big books I got on the fixing to read one day shelf. All right, so that's my gift to you, brother. Thank you. Brother. I appreciate you. Last question. If someone is out there right now contemplating taking their own life, and it feels like, man, I'm done with this life stuff. I heard y'all, heard a lot of stuff, saw a lot of flyers, saw a lot of Instagram videos. I don't care. I want to go. I'm a burden. I'm tired of this. I want to die, and I want to take action in my own hands. If you could say something to that person beforehand, what would you say to them?
We hit on it today, and again, I wish I could say it was my own words, but Trent Shetland said it the best, man. Give tomorrow a chance.
Give tomorrow a chance.
Brother, I am here for you. I will always be here for you. Give tomorrow a chance. Give me a chance.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing that I would ever say to anybody. And I actually, man, I had this conversation with my son. This was a couple years back, and he's like, it's like, what's the purpose of everything? You know, why? You know, he was going through his own thing, his own demons. And as a father, I'm on the phone with my son thinking things that I've seen in the service and hearing my son say these things. And the only thing, you know, the advice that I could give him is that I am here for you.
Mm-hmm.
I will always be here for you, but you got to give me a chance.
Ooh, give me a chance.
And that's the biggest thing. And, you know, we've hit on it so much today. You got to be willing.
GTAC. I just made an acronym out of this. That's how institutionalized I am. GTAC, y'all. That's how we're gonna do. We're gonna attack with some GTAC. Give tomorrow a chance. People really do want to help you. There's so many organizations. The ones he just said, I share them on here. I mean, people really do want to help you, but here's the thing. Closed mouths don't get fed. Like, it really is on you speaking up and speaking out. And if you try one person, well, call the next person, right? Try another thing. I mean, give it a chance, as you said when he saw help, and then also give tomorrow a chance. I say, why not, man? Why not? You never know. You have no idea who or what is coming down the road of life, my friend, brother, sister, whoever you are. I've heard it a few times recently. Some people are like, I would rather hear your whole life story than hear your eulogy. You can call me and just tell me your whole life story. I'd rather hear that. I'd rather carry the weight of your burden or whatever you think you're going to pass off to me, or trauma dump or whatever. I'd rather hear that and carry that than to carry your casket. And that's some real shit. That's real right there, man. And like it or not, we all we got. So you have no idea who or what is coming down the road of life. Ryan, man, I love you. I appreciate you, man. I would give a big man hug, but I don't want to get him sick. I'm wearing my Willie Beeman jersey, though. What's up, Willie Beeman? But yeah, man. Any safe rounds?
No, brother. Again, blessing. This was awesome. No, appreciate y'all for those that tuning in. Again, you're not alone. You're not in the fight alone. We're here for you.
Give tomorrow a chance. Check out this mixtape, and it's playing the song because I'm so trashy. I don't have the program to do the thing, but I play the song on the phone. Shout out my Chichi Rex, Uncle Rex. We love you, Pelocino. I appreciate y'all listening. Please make good choices. Be there for each other, and like my man said, GTAC. Give tomorrow a chance. Much love.